Good day, everyone. This is Jenny's Fashion Channel. Thanks to all my amazing fans and subscribers. This channel is all about leveling up on your fashion designing skill. And today, I'm going to teach you how to cut this beautiful stylish top. So if it is what you are all about, you are definitely at the right place. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, now will be a very good time for you to smash on the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a new video. Without further ado, let's jump right in, shall we? The first thing is to draw a line as my baseline. Then the next thing is to get my neck curve, and I'm going for 3.5 inches for my neck width and 2.7 inches for my neck depth. I will mark and I will connect like so. Then I will come up from those points by 1.5 inches diagonally. I will mark and I will connect to get my round curve. Then the next thing is to get my shoulder measurement divided by 2. I will mark it. And I'm going to come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. I will mark it and I will connect it to the neck width like so. Then the next thing is to get my armhole depth. And for me to get my armhole depth, I'm going to take my bust measurement divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches. Then I'm going to remove 1 inch from it, okay? Because this is a sleeveless dress and I wouldn't want my bust to show on the armhole side. I will mark it and I'm going to connect like so. Then I'm going to draw a horizontal line from the armhole depth point as my chest line. Then the next thing is to get my armhole curve, and for me to get my armhole curve, I'm going to get the midpoint of this my armhole line. I will mark it. Then I will go in from those points by 1/2 inch. I will mark it. Then on the chest line, I'm going to take my bust measurement divided by 4. I will mark it. Then I'm going to connect these 3 points like so to get a perfect armhole curve. Then I'm going to add 1/2 inch joining allowance on the shoulder. I will mark and I will connect like so. Then the next thing is to get my vertical measurement. So I'm going to come down by 10 inches for my bust line and come down by 17 inches from my waistline, and I'm going to add 1/2 inch for joining allowance. I will mark and draw the lines. Then the next thing is to get my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. I'm going to mark it on the bust line. Then I'm going to connect it straight down to the joining allowance line like so. Then the next thing is to get my dart. And for me to get my dart, I'm going to go in by 1/2 inch from this my waist point and go out by 1/2 inch. But if you're of a bigger size, you go in by 1 inch and go out by 1 inch. Then from this my bust point, I'm going to come down by 1 inch. This is to remove any form of pointiness on the bust area. I will mark and I will connect to the waist dart like so. Then the next thing is to get my horizontal measurement. On the bust line, I'm going to take my bust measurement divided by 4. On the waistline, I'm going to take my waist measurement divided by 4. I'm going to replace this dart intake here. I will mark it and mark the same thing on the joining allowance line like so. Then I'm going to connect my markings. Then the next thing is to get my side dart. And for me to get my side dart, I'm going to come down from this my bust point by 1.5 inches, okay? But if you're of a smaller size, that's if your bust measurement is from 36 inches down, you come down by 1 inch. If it is from 45 inches up, you come down by 2 inches. Then I'm going to mark and connect it to the bust point like so. Then I'm going to go down from this my bust point by 1 inch. I will mark it. Then from this point, I'm going to go down by 1/2 inch and go up by 1/2 inch to form a dart. Then I'm going to connect it to that 1 inch I went down with, like so. Then I will go ahead and add my joining allowance. I will add 1.5 inches on the chest line, on the bust line, on the waistline, and joining allowance line. Then I will connect my markings to serve as a guide for cutting. Then I'm going to extend this dart like so. Then I'll create that stylish opening you can see on the dress. On this point, I'm going to go out by 1/2 inch. Then on this my waist point, I'm going to go out by 1.75 inches. I will mark. On the bust line, I'm going to go out by 1/2 inch. I will mark and I will connect these 3 points like so. Then I'm going to replace this side dart intake here, okay? And I have 1 inch. So I'm going to go down from this point by 1 inch. I will mark it and I'm going to connect like so. Because if you don't replace it after joining, your top length will reduce. So guys, that's it. I will now go ahead and cut. So follow me closely. Let's cut. So guys, that's it. Then for the loop, I'm using 2 inches, okay, for the length of the loop. Then 1 inch for the width, okay, because I'm going to use 1/2 inch to join it. So by the time I will use 1/2 inch to join it and turn it over, 1/2 inch will remain. I'll fold it like so, okay. Then I'm going to join it, okay, on this part and on the bust part, okay. Then I'll put my button. So guys, this is it. You can see how perfect it came out. We now move over to the back panel. The first thing is to draw a line as my baseline. I'm going to take out 1.5 inches from my zipper here. I will draw the line. Then I will get the neck curve. And I'm using 3.5 inches for width and 1.5 inches for my neck depth. I will mark and I will connect like so. Then I will take my shoulder measurement divided by 2. I will mark it. Then I'm going to come down by 1 inch from the shoulder point for my shoulder slope. I will mark it and connect it to the neck width like so. Then I'm going to come down by 7.1 inches for my armhole depth. I will mark it. And I will connect like this. Then I will draw a horizontal line from this point as my chest line. Then I'm going to add 1/2 inch joining allowance on the shoulder line. I will mark and connect like this. Then for the armhole curve, I'm going to get the midpoint of this armhole line. I will mark it. Then on the chest line, I'm going to take my bust measurement divided by 4. I will mark it. Then I will connect these 2 points to get my armhole curve. And I will come down by 10 inches for my bust line and come down by 17 inches for my waistline. And I will add 1/2 inch joining allowance. I will mark and draw the lines. Then I will take my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. I will mark it and I will connect it straight down to the joining allowance line. Then I'm going to go in by 1/2 inch from this point and go out by 1/2 inch to form a dart. Then I'm going to extend this my bust point by 1 inch and I will connect like so. Then I will take my horizontal measurement on the chest line. I will add 1.5 inches for my joining allowance. On the bust line, I'm going to take my bust measurement divided by 4 plus 1.5 inches for my joining allowance. On the half cut line, I'm going to take my waist measurement divided by 4. I'm going to replace this dart intake here plus 1.5 inches for my joining allowance. I will mark it and mark the same thing on the joining allowance line. Then I will connect my markings to serve as a guide for cutting. Then I'm going to go in by 1/2 inch on the waist area. This is to remove any form of bulginess on the waist area. I will mark and connect back like so. Then for my zipper, I'm using 1 inch, okay, for my zipper allowance. And I will start taking my zipper allowance from that 1/2 inch and went inward on the waist area, and I will carry on like so. Then I will connect my markings. So guys, this is it for the back panel. We'll go ahead and cut. So guys, this is it. And this is all I have for you for today. If you find this tutorial helpful, please subscribe, comment, like, and share. See you in my next video. Bye.